Now brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. The atmosphere here electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Los Angeles Chargers. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette, and he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Fournette once more on second down. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now they go play action now. Burrow. They'll roll him out right. Looking deep here for Ebron. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Well, young quarterback Charles rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Wilson to throw. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And complete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Brandon, lest my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, it's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Play action. It's Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20 because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. On 3rd down, Wilson. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. T.Y. Hilton, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are on the board first here in Vegas.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Raiders nothing. Evan McPherson set to kick off.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over first and 10. Their own 24-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for first and 10. Burrow on play action. And he finds his target, Ebron. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
12, 11,
Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards pick up there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Here we go. Cut. 180. 180. 11 empty. Cut.
Here's Burrow. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And the Raiders are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a first and goal.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
This Charger defense continuing to hold the line. Now it's a 3rd and goal situation. Burrow going to keep it on the sneak. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th. They'll go with a big back Fournette. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Leonard Fournette with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And it will tie our score here this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense coming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Throwing is Wilson. Man open, here is Jones. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 14.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
On first down, it's Jones. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation. Shotgun, then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
He'll get that out wide to Waddle. Touchdown, Chargers! Jalen Waddle hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, and the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that makes the score 14-7.
14, Raiders 7. Evan McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Here's 2nd and 10.
12.
They go play action with Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, can. Stop.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 34-yard line.
Here's a give to Jones running left. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 28. 48 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon. That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Throw right side, going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. McPherson's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. This will be caught. Judy. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big play there for the Raiders.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Play action. It's Burrow. He's going deep for Brown. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Watch the pass. 12, 12, 12.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. And glad to have you, because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They go play action with Wilson. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now it's Wilson. And finding the tight end Rudolph. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Wilson will throw again. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that is incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. From the gun, it's Wilson. And Rudolph has it left side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson escaping the pressure right, and he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, Frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. A check down here to Jones. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Here we go. Shot. Right, 80. Shot.
1st down. Here's Burrow. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come on a 2nd and very long. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. This time they stay on the ground. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. On 1st down, Wilson. Gonna let it fly for Rudolph. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson looking deep for Hilton. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
On 3rd down, Wilson taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line.
Here we go. 180. Place up. Tackles. 45. Done.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, let's get there. That's 22. 11. Oh, here we go. Oh. 11.
Now it's Burrow. Trying for Sanders, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Chargers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. After the interception, here's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
They're going to try and run. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount.
And Alberto going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. I don't know, they're just looking good on hitting on all cylinders right now. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw. Because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And got his man complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there for the Raiders. Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
It's caught by Sanders. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. play action. Out to his left. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Eric Ebron with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now Wilson. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now it's Burrow. Short little throw to Ebron. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Robert Quinn, what persistence, and that persistence pays off. Tracks him down for a 19-yard loss. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. He's going deep for Brown. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game.
11 MT.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. Looking deep here for Ebron. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Chargers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 43-yard line.
Wilson now off the bootleg. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have a first down as they stop him short. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Now this throw caught left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jordan Brooks just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction.
3rd and long.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. Flush to his right. He's going to fire one. Corner of the end zone. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the Raiders are right back in this football game. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. It's a big play there for Vegas. Now Burrow on 1st down. And my goodness, another interception. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Chargers will take over possession here up at the 44. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their own 44. Play action. Now Wilson. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 18. 87 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. Jalen Waddle with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Chargers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Forced out to his left. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Flushed out right. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that will be incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Play action. It's Burrow. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Loss on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. And that'll set him back 5. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long.
45 to Mike, 45 to Mike. You got double. Bang, bang.
And they go play action now. Burrow looking deep here for Ebron. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Duron Harmon. And the Chargers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. You have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll run it with Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
And they'll indeed take a knee. The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining who...
Stadium.